That said, I do not think that the Green New Deal is the right way to do it. I have a lot of experience in this area of building out solar farms and helping more than 700 North Carolinians get to work in good paying jobs building solar farms. I probably know more than anyone in Congress about clean energy and how to do it. The way to do it is to do exactly what I did here in North Carolina, work with Republicans and Democrats to build out clean energy on the basis of jobs, on the basis of business, on the basis of what's good for our state. I'm very proud that I've played a leading role in helping North Carolina become the #2 state in the entire country for solar power. We have more than 30,000 clean energy jobs in North Carolina right now. I want to take us from 30,000 clean energy jobs to 100,000 clean energy jobs. I know how to do that. I have the experiences working across the aisle and using business as a force for good to do that. And that would be one of the things that I work very hard on and have the honor of serving.
All right, right here.
Mr. McCready, what did you think of once you heard about what your opponent did this afternoon prior to you getting here?
You're talking about his trolling us?
As it were, yes.
I mean, look, I learned pretty quickly when we launched this campaign 24 months ago that we're up against a lot of insider career politicians. We're up against, people that have cheated and conducted the largest case of election fraud in recent American history. I mean, these are not good people, and they're folks that will do anything to win. Business as usual for these folks. That doesn't change the fact that I'm not in it for personal politics or partisan politics. I'm in it to serve. I'm in it for public service. And I'm going to continue talking about what we can do to lower healthcare costs for people and invest in our public schools, protect and defend Medicare for our seniors, and spend my time talking with voters all across this district, not political games.
He also aligned you with Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren in sort of disparaging your candidacy as being well aligned with socialists. What's your response to that?
Sounds to me like he's afraid to run against a capitalist who's built a business from scratch and a United States Marine.
Woohoo! Joe, see you back there.
Your friend, Representative Moulton, has recently said that President Trump should be impeached. Do you agree?
I think he needs to be defeated at the ballot box.
Is there anything that you've identified that might worry you or concern you about Dan Bishop, whether or not it's his notoriety in the district or anything like that heading out on the campaign trail?
His agenda is quite possibly the worst thing that North Carolina has ever seen. Every single person in this state should be terrified of what is going to happen if he gets to Washington and has the chance to work on this agenda. I mean, this agenda has already cost us more than $3.7 billion and has already cost us thousands of jobs. I've spent my time the last few years creating jobs. I'm very proud to have started a company from scratch and helped create 700 jobs, helped move our state forward. He spent his time destroying jobs. He spent his time making life for teachers that are already paid so low even worse. Not reducing our class sizes, not opening up new opportunities for our kids. Letting hundreds of thousands of North Carolinians go without insurance coverage. I mean, this is terrifying stuff. And we're going to continue to talk about how we can make people's lives better on this campaign.
Is there anything that you'll be doing differently this go around? You're kind of in a unique position campaigning for 2 years.
This is really not a career for me. This has been a calling that I feel to serve again, much like I felt that after 9/11 before I joined the Marine Corps. I hope been the same person since day one. I really believe we need leaders in Washington who will put our country before any political party and to reach across the aisle and work together to get the job done for people in North Carolina. That's never going to change. But we are really trying to build on the organization that we built last campaign. One of the things that I'm excited about is we're opening up an office in every single county in this district. All 8 counties are going to have an office. We are talking with as many people as we possibly can about our message of putting country before party. Not just Democrats, we're talking with Republicans and we're talking with independents because I believe, and our team believes, that we're all in this together and we need leaders to fight for all of us. The difference now is we are running against an insider career politician whose agenda is very scary for North Carolina families.
All right, I'll come in there. I'm going to go here first, and then I'll go there and here.
One of the things Bishop said outside was that he wanted to know if you would pledge to guarantee not to run for Senate in 2020.
You know, I don't know where Senator Bishop is coming up with these things. I really do think he's afraid to run against someone who's built a business from scratch and someone who has served our country and understands what public service really means, not these same kind of partisan games.
So is that a yes or is that a no?
I am 100% focused, as I've been for the last 24 months, on fighting for the people in North Carolina's 9th District.
Is that a yes or is that a no? Will you pledge not to run for Senate in 2020?
My pledge is to stay 100% focused on this district.
So you're not going to answer that?
When you campaigned for 24 months in this district, you start to realize that I actually can't think one day past September 10th because that's our election day and that's what I'm focused on right now.
So you're not going to answer that question?
I'm not pledging to do a single thing after September 10th. I'm pledging to go win this race for people in North Carolina that deserve better.
All right. Back here, yep.
So I'll follow up on that. Do you want to run for U.S. Senate?
You know, I don't know where all this stuff is coming from. What I want to do is fight right here in the 9th District for people that have no representative because our opponent committed election fraud in the largest case of election fraud in recent American history, and lower health care costs for people, invest in our public schools, and give people representation in North Carolina's 9th District that they can be proud of. I'm not interested in other races. I'm not interested in other offices. I'm interested in our 9th District.
So to kind of change the subject, Dan Bishop's campaign announced a pretty extensive media buy that's supposed to start, well, started today on social media. It's supposed to be on TV, network TV tomorrow. Some of he started very early on with the clown faces or the puppets with your face and others in the Democratic Party on it. Crazy liberal clowns saying that you refuse to take a position on things. How do you plan to combat that? Things that may have caught on during the primary on the Republican side.
Well, you know, I think this is the same kind of campaigning we've all unfortunately come
Will
to
we see
expect
ads from you?
Oh, you'll absolutely be seeing ads from us. We're going to be talking about the issues that matter to North Carolina families, lowering health care costs, making sure everyone with a pre-existing condition is covered, investing in our public schools so that any kid, whether they grow up in Charlotte or Bladen County or anywhere in between, any kid has a chance to go to a great public school. We're going to continue to talk about these things. I think voters are pretty smart. I think voters understand when they're seeing a bunch of silly clown ads and political games, but they also understand that these issues that people are facing are real issues, and that's where we're going to focus
We
this
did
race.
see